Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.
A Great Bend native was drafted at the height of the Vietnam War.
Gwen Bevel and photojournalist Nick Keeper share his story in tonight's Veteran Salute.
Dave West didn't want to go to war, but his father was a B-17 tail gunner who was wounded, and he told him, "Son, you have to go to Vietnam." West says that's when he knew he was headed to war.
There was a letter in the mailbox that says you are now in the U.S. military.
Dave West was just 18 when he reported for his tour.
That's in Vietnam with the monsoon season.
West says this shows what it was like, and all they had were ponchos.
You wrapped up in it, and you tried to go to sleep, and then you got mosquitoes inside there.
He says his assignment was the most dangerous job.
You got a stick of dynamite back there is what you've got.
They would drive all over Vietnam so jets could continue to fly.
When those tractor trailers blew up, it was like nothing you'd ever see, any kind of 4th of July you ever seen in your life.
He saw 4 trucks go up in flames on his very first convoy.
You're done. You're just gone.
They would line up about 30 deep.
My heart was pounding the whole time I was driving that tractor trailer.
He says the 5,000 gallons of jet fuel wasn't their only worry.
And then you still got snipers as you was driving down the highway, was still being shot at.
He says fear makes the days drag on.
One day is like a month or two.
Comrades like James Patterson kept him going.
This guy was my guardian angel.
West says he promised him this:
I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to keep you alive.
He survived for a year in Vietnam.
That place, I hated it so much, I said, I just want to go home.
He says when he finally got back to the States, the military gave them brand new uniforms and snapped a photo before telling them to change before ever going into public.
I'm proud of what I went and did. Why are they wanting to throw eggs at me? I couldn't understand that, you know.
West says that's why this homemade thank you means so much to him.
I was taking a picture with the quilt, the lady that made it, and they were just absolutely gorgeous.
The Quilts of Valor organization in Great Bend was behind the kind gesture.
I was just getting over cancer, and so I had to postpone it.
Doctors believe his bout with cancer was due to his exposure to Agent Orange in the jungle.
It was just a nightmare of a place.
West says when they weren't hauling jet fuel, they were on a helicopter guarding the perimeter. He says sleeping in the jungle was terrible. He says you might barely doze off when the mortars start coming in. Here for you, Gwen Bevel, KSN News 3.
On behalf of Devon James Injury Lawyers, we're honored to be here with this week's Veteran of the Week, David West. Mr. West is a Vietnam veteran and served a tour of duty there. Mr. West, thank you for your service, sir.
I appreciate that very much. I really do. It's nothing like this ever happened to me before.
We're honored to recognize you.
Veteran Salute is sponsored by the Devon James Injury Lawyers.